And we all know when you start losing the fight, you go below the belt. I really did not want to have to respond to this video because I am not into tearing another black woman down. This is just another example of the older hating on the youth. So now,
and it definitely seems that she's trying to fill the shoes of somebody else. Can you say Remy Ma? It's like she's taking on everybody else's image except for her own. Remy's, Layla Ali's, at the end of the day, a city girl, baby, because it seems like she's trying to be a city girl these days. Her look has changed extreme. And I mean, you supposed to look different when you get money. Of course, you upgrade. But now it seems like she's trying to look like everybody that she ain't.
So now I want to come and set the record straight on what really happened, how our beef started, and how we got here today.
You got deceived by your coach. You know, you kept having sex with him underage. You knew it was wrong. You knew it was some type of sickness with that. You think it's a joke. You know, you keep getting pregnant back to back to back, having abortions back to back to back. You fought pregnant a couple of times. I was like,
what? Whoa. Slide back, bro. Whoa. She fought pregnant?
Yeah, Hannah Gabriel. Yeah, that's why she got dropped. Yeah, she ended up getting back up and winning a fight, but that's why she got dropped.
She was pregnant?
She was pregnant, and she didn't eat for 3 days straight prior to fight day.
Trying to make weight,
but you're pregnant.
My goodness.
Oh, girls do that. They do that. They do.
So girls fight all the time pregnant?
Yep.
I'ma just be honest. They said that at one point in time she was suspended for smoking marijuana, being around marijuana, or having marijuana in her system. Now, supposedly when she took another test, it was negative. But I'm just saying, we all know you cannot just get weed in your system by just sitting around people. I'm not saying that you fully can't, but I don't think that it's a chance that it will show up that strong if you're not the person that's intake on.
So let's take it back to the beginning. 16-year-old Claressa Shields from Flint, Michigan, fighting her way to the Olympics to represent her country. Now, for those who don't know, around this time, I was relatively unknown. I was a diamond in the rough. Mary Spencer was 3-time world champion. She is from Canada. Me and Mary Spencer met up at the Continental Championships to face off. And oh, did I put a whooping on Mary Spencer. For those who don't know, the World Championships and the amateurs come around every 2 years, where all the countries in the world meet at the World Championships, and you have to fight 5 to 6 days back to back to become world champion and hold a gold medal. Mary Spencer did that 6 years in a row. I, relatively unknown, at the age of 16, beat Mary Spencer on the point system, 17 points to 34. After that, interviews flooded in from all over.
And one of them is boxer Claressa Shields. She just finished her junior year at Flint Northwestern, and while her classmates enjoy summer vacation, she'll be competing in the world's biggest stage.
She may have every belt, but her image is now being destroyed from the actions that she's taking on. It's not even what anybody is doing to her at this point. It's what she's doing to herself.
She has to be one of the potential feel-good stories of the London Games.
American Claressa Shields has the potential to stand out from the crowd. At the age of 17, she was the youngest boxer to try out for the national team. And Shields hopes to qualify for the London Olympics by finishing in the top 8 of the middleweight category in China.
You know, I always have the highest hopes for myself.
So she was not the first person to interview me. Me beating Mary Spencer put everybody on.
Matter too. Personality is everything. People go off of what it is that you present to them. And what you've been presenting lately, oh my goodness, is nasty work. It's definitely nasty work. And I don't like it for you.
Today.
I don't know who you around now.
So let's take it back to the beginning. 16-year-old Claressa Shields from Flint, Michigan, fighting her way to the Olympics to represent her country. Now, for those who don't know, around this time, I was relatively unknown. I was a diamond in the rough. Mary Spencer was 3-time world champion. She is from Canada. me and Mary Spencer met up at the Continental Championships to face off. And oh, did I put a whooping on Mary Spencer.
Happened to be in my timeline and came across a video, and it was her best friend. And her best friend basically was stating how when she was coming up and was a little bit younger, how she was sleeping with her trainer. Not only was she sleeping with her trainer, but apparently, y'all, yes, the girl had got knocked up a couple of times. She got pregnant a couple of times. And within the factors of her getting pregnant that couple of times,
oh, did
she
I put
got
a
rid
whooping
of
on
it
Mary Spencer.
every time.
For those who don't know,
know,
the World Championships and the amateurs come around every 2 years, where all the countries in the world meet at the World Championships, and you have to fight 5 to 6 days back to back to become world champion and hold a gold medal. Mary Spencer did that 6 years in a row. I, relatively unknown, at the age of 16, beat Mary Spencer on the point system, 17 points to 34. After that, interviews flooded in from all over.
And one of them is boxer.
me personally, it could never be me. I'm not going to fight for a man that is still married. And then they got the nerve to be saying that he got extra side pieces. You mean to tell me you fighting for a spot within a spot to still have a spot, and you still ain't got the spot that you want? I mean, me personally, I don't think that you would ever be a Remy. How you go from asking this girl for dressing advice to actually getting on top of her husband? I'm telling you, you got to be careful out here. People definitely be weird.
That people wanna overlook. She's supposed to be so classy and supposed to be so, above everything. But look at these interviews here where she's clearly laughing at Ronda, discrediting Ronda, talking about how you can't be a great and lose that bad in your prime. She just taking a dump all over her, and Ronda Rousey was really that girl. So I don't know if you guys know, but up in boxing, it takes a lot to get inside the ring. It takes a lot to prepare for a fight. And we all have a camaraderie where we don't laugh at each other when we fail, someone loses a fight. We don't kick each other when we're down. We have a good sportsmanship, and if there is any competitive spirit, it's not in a disrespectful way. The way that Laila Ali celebrated Ronda Rousey's loss was disgraceful, and it showed that she has no integrity and that she doesn't even understand how serious the sport of combat sports is. So I'm playing these clips so you guys know it's not just me that Laila Ali hates on. She hates on any woman in combat sports who starts getting more notoriety than her. In Laila Ali video, she said that I had become a disappointment and a bad representation of our sport
Hey y'all,
and culture.
it's your girl
When
Tay with the T, and you know you're gonna get them sips from me. It's YouTube's favorite unicorn, baby. Let's definitely get into it. Well, today we gonna be talking about Claressa Shields, baby. I just so happened to be in my timeline and came across a video, and it was her best friend. And her best friend basically was stating how when she was coming up and was a little bit younger, how she was sleeping with her trainer. Not only was she sleeping with her trainer, but apparently, y'all, yes, the girl had got knocked up a couple of times. She got pregnant a couple of times. And within the factors of her getting pregnant that couple of times, she got rid of it every time. It had even been said that in some time, or at some point in time while she was pregnant, she still got into the ring because she knew that she was going to abort the baby anyway. Now, I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest. It seemed these last couple of months or weeks, it hasn't been anything that has been coming out about Claressa Shields that has been good, y'all. It seemed like her image is being destroyed, and she can't blame nobody but herself. You came out here, well, you got, how can I say, exposed for being an undercover sneaky link, because me personally, if it wasn't for Remy, you would still be a secret. And you was comfortable with being a secret. You going to sleep on the phone with a man at night that's in another woman's house to solidify or secure the fact is that you're important is crazy work. Ain't no way a man is going to be talking to me while staying in another lady's house, baby. I'm not secondary to none. You could still be there for your kid and not be living in the house with her. And if you need to do that now, then I guess we will have to deal after the factors. But it seems that she's trying to be something that she ain't. And that's the part that is irritating me. You came out here as a person that got it out the mud. Now, once you get out the mud, why get yourself muddy all over again? You wasn't even doing that stuff when you was in the mud, friend. But it seems like now anybody that you encounter, you trying to steal their image. You wanted to be Remy Ma. You want to be Layla Ali. And now the way that you dressing and things, it seems like you out here trying to be a city girl, to say the least. And I am very much disappointed in Papoose. I'm telling you the truth, because when you a man that stand for black love, this is not something that you supposed to do. When you go and you get married, it is vows that you take and that you are supposed to stand on. Your word is supposed to be your bond. So for you to not be able to stand on your word, that shows that you and Claressa bond really ain't ish, because you can't do what you supposed to do by right to be able to be with the next chick. If you are still with your wife legally and on paper, ain't no way you supposed to be flaunting around with another lady until that situation is totally or has totally come to an end. But another person that has never had attention, they're going to love any bit of attention that they receive. And that is Claressa Shields, baby. I don't care if nobody else say it, I'm going to say it. She has forever been known as the ugly duckling, okay? Let's just be honest. So for her to have the attention that she's never had, that's the reason why we see her out here acting bad. If it wasn't for the factors of her having those belts and that money, trust me, she would not be with Papoose, honey. So that definitely stands on the factors about what Remy said. It's all about the benefit. And then for it to be said that this man is out here and he has other side chicks, oh, that really ain't it. That really ain't it. So to be known as the ugly duckling and to be known that a man is with you only for what you can do, far as beneficial, that would not make me feel good as a person. Now, you could try to argue with the internet and anybody else to make it seem that what people have is real, baby. But the way you get them will definitely be the way you lose them. You was willing to be in the shadows of another woman's relationship. And now you will at some point be in those same shadows because of it again. I mean, I'm just saying. This is just my opinion, and I'm just reacting off of what it is that I see, baby. But for me, I'm not liking the movement. The way that you out here doing what it is that you doing. At some point in time, I'm not saying that you're not supposed to have confidence in yourself, but definitely humble yourself when the way that you coming at other people is as if you never been down and had to get up. You acting like you been up the whole time. And I'm not saying when you get up that you still supposed to act like you down, but come on now. Come on. If Corny was a person, it would definitely be you. All right? Those belts is a good thing, but your image matter too. Personality is everything. People go off of what it is that you present to them. And what you've been presenting lately, oh my goodness, is nasty work. It's definitely nasty work. And I don't like it for you. I don't know who you around now that you with Pap, that you feel that you got to fit in. But sis, you doing yourself a disservice. None of the people that you are around is where you at. You got to actually think about that. So when you destroying your image, you the person that's going to have to stand on that. Not none of the people that you dealing with. Don't get me wrong, even if they is or ain't shit, you got to stand on the factors of the things that you do and have to deal with it. Is it worth it? Not for me. That mean that man is automatically telling you right now, In the meantime, in between time, a ring is not a thing. He can't give you a ring if he still belongs to somebody. If something was to happen to Papoose right now, Remy Ma would be the person to make all of the decisions. Period. If it came to that man, no matter how much money you spent, you will not have no say-so, friend. But anyway, this your girl Tay with the T. You know you're gonna get them sips from me. Just dropped by to drop this hot tea because I thought that y'all would want to hear it too, baby. Like, what? She was knocked up and was getting abortion after abortion? Yep, that's what they said. But make sure you hit that like button for me. That share button for me. And definitely that subscribe button for me if you are not a subscriber yet, friend. It's your girl Tay on that KK Chase. And your girl, is out.
Again, and take it back to when Ronda Rousey was the queen of combat sports.
Are you a fan of Ronda Rousey?
I wouldn't say that.
Before it was me, Ronda Rousey was the queen of combat sports. I mean, this girl was armbarring girls in less than 30 seconds. She was viral. She was making hundreds of millions of dollars in her field. When she was on top of her game dominating, Layla Ali became jealous. And instead of her embracing Ronda Rousey, she started during interviews telling everyone how she would beat Ronda Rousey in a fight because she was too small and the size of her daughter. Play the clip.
Do you think Ronda Rousey, would you be able to take Ronda Rousey?
And no woman can beat me, period.
No woman.
No woman, period.
Not even Ronda.
Of course not. She's too much smaller than me anyway. She's like the size of my daughter, my 3-year-old.
Layla Ali had been retired for years and still entertained conversations about coming out of retirement and fighting Ronda Rousey. Layla Ali was bluffing. She was bluffing then, and she's bluffing now. This is what she does. She ties her name to whatever combat sports woman is popping, and she says that she'll beat them in a fight. And then she plays victim once they respond. So we all know that Ronda Rousey was on top of her game. Once Ronda Rousey lost, Layla Ali went on a celebratory tour laughing and celebrating the fact that Ronda Rousey had lost her first and only fight.
Me trainer was like, train Ronda Rousey. I'm like, but I thought you thought she could beat me. What happened?
So would you do that?
You can't train somebody's chin to take a punch. But for the right amount of money, yeah, we could probably make.
What does Ronda Rousey need to work on?
Oh, where do I begin? You know what I mean? I think we need to understand that in order to be the best in the world, you definitely don't ever get beat up like that in your prime, period.
No, it was pretty bad.
I remember you said the best in the world don't get beat. You still feel that way?
No. I said that?
Yeah, I thought in reference to Ronda Rousey.
You don't get beat the way she got beat. You know, to just get 100% taken advantage of in the ring and just look like a little rag doll in the ring, that would never happen.
Now, this is the thing that people wanna overlook. She's supposed to be so classy and supposed to be so, above everything. But look at these interviews here where she's clearly laughing at Ronda, discrediting Ronda, talking about how you can't be a great and lose that bad in your prime. She just taking a dump all over her, and Ronda Rousey was really that girl. So, I don't know if you guys know, but up in boxing, it takes a lot to get inside the ring. It takes a lot to prepare for a fight. And we all have a camaraderie where we don't laugh at each other when we fail, someone loses a fight. We don't kick each other when we're down. We have a good sportsmanship, and if there is any competitive spirit, it's not in a disrespectful way. The way that Layla Ali celebrated Ronda Rousey's loss was disgraceful, and it showed that she has no integrity and that she doesn't even understand how serious the sport of combat sports is. So I'm playing these clips so you guys know it's not just me that Layla Ali hates on. She hates on any woman in combat sports who starts getting more notoriety than her. In Layla Ali video, she said that I had become a disappointment and a bad representation of our sport and culture. When Colin Kaepernick started to kneel